Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. This is your brother Corner with the Great Millstone Charlotte Camp. Come with another quick lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And just real quick this evening, or this early morning, just touching on another MOTB update, man. Right, how we're already in a social credit system, man. Right, we understand that all these legislations that they're putting forth, all these various decrees that they're bringing are going to lead to that implantable device, man, that buy or sell device that's going to go underneath the skin, the MOTB, that charagma, right? But first, we're going to start to see, right, these different ways and customs being implemented in society. So understanding that, you easily understand that we're already in the social credit based system, man, right? Where people can be so-called canceled, right? Where they can eventually start to affect your ways to make money, your ways to buy or sell, you know, unless you comply, right, with their demands, right? Now, I'm gonna get this quick excerpt in this video, right, and we'll get some scriptures after that. You know, fair use.
There's an outlet saying that we have exposed something that most of us have no idea even exists. We in the USA have a social credit system right here that has been installed quietly. Private businesses and banks are giving Americans personal ESG or scores. These personal scores are calculated based on three main factors: your environmental, social, and governance. This includes, for example, your purchase history. Now, you might have, as I started reading that, say, you know what, maybe that's a little bit of, maybe that's just hearsay. But then you remember that Visa, MasterCard, your banks, they're all reporting your purchase history. So they say things like your purchase history. What products are you choosing to buy? Apparently, the purchasing of a self-defense tool, buying alcohol, or other things can affect your score. Your sales history, your public records, your credit reports, all of these are considered to gauge your impact in the environment and society. They say rather than use the Chinese standard, the Americans are making something up all their own. Now in China, no matter what you do, you have a score that either gives you chance or it takes it away. You want to take a bus instead of walk? Well, your personal score has to be high enough. You want a chance at a job? Your personal score has to be high enough. As it goes down, and that's for things like maybe you acted rudely, that gets reported, and now your score drops a little bit. You jaywalked, that gets reported, now your score drops a little bit. You made a social media post that went against the grain, now your score goes down a little bit. Well, it goes down a little bit and a little bit, and then what happens? Then you can't get a job. Then you can't take a bus. Then you can't, get an airline ticket. Then you can't leave the country. Then you can't get on any sort of insurance. Then you can't do anything. They'll force you into such a tiny little box that everyone else will conform because they don't want to look like you. That's in our future. It's working there. They want it to work here.
Mm. That's the future, man. That's the future for Babylon the Great, right? And we're seeing these things being implemented, man. Right now, before I get this in Isaiah, I wanted to grab this. Go ahead and grab it. Revelation 13 and verse 16. Actually, I start in 15, right? And it reads, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Right? And the brothers often go into, right? That word killed means to be cut off, right? To be cut off from society, cut off from access, right? As the guy was speaking, right? He said you get cut off from your ability to use certain things due to your social credit score, right? And these are ultimately going to lead into, if your credit score isn't high enough, right, you can't have access, right, to stores or to what's it called, you know, transportation, right? Or ultimately food and water, right? Because that's what's gonna make people take that charagma, man. That's what's gonna force people into a position to where they have to take this device, because ultimately they don't understand that in doing so, you're giving yourself over. You're giving your soul to Esau Edom, man. Right? You're allowing that digital all, right? To be pierced, and you're saying who your master is, man, who you're gonna serve, right? And it's gonna be so that you can receive these amenities or these conveniences, man. And that convenience is gonna lead to compliance. And you go into that word comply, in the subsection it talks about, having to prostrate yourself, right, or submit yourself unto something, right? And that's what people are doing. They're bowing the knee, unto the image of Baal, right? They're bowing their knee unto this image, which is being established by that social credit score, man. That's the image of the beast speaking, right? It's forcing people, to worship and to follow into these ways and these customs and these beliefs, right? Or else they're gonna lose points on their score. They're gonna lose access to their money, right? They're gonna lose their jobs. They're gonna lose their homes. They're gonna lose the ability to buy and sell, right? Now let's go here. Uh, Isaiah 29. This is Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 21. It reads, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Right? So you're going to be punished for your views and your thoughts and opinions that are contrary to uh, the way of the beast, man, the way of Babylon the Great. Right? You're gonna be punished, right? And what's more anti-Babylon than Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? So all us believers, right? And anyone who's even if you've made contact, right, with the Israelites, you're gonna be looked at, uh, 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 you're gonna be vilified, right? They're gonna look at you as an enemy of the state, you know. So like it says here in the NLT, those who with a word make someone out to be guilty, right? Because all these decrees, right? These social credit scores, the ultimate MOTB, right? And all these various mandates and legislations that get passed, these things are in place to make the innocent, right? The people who speak the truth guilty, man, right? And so, like it says, those who with a word make someone out to be guilty who ensnare the defender in court, right? And this whole system, this legalese, is designed so that you get trapped, right? Because you don't understand. They're speaking another language, man. It says, and with false testimony, deprive the innocent of justice, right? Because this is the accuser of our brother, man. You know, this is Esau Edom, right? The man of sin, who set out to lie and deceive, man. And like I said, they deprive the innocent of justice through what? A false testimony, man. You know? So like it says, there's no justice in this place, man. Right? So we're gonna be enemy number one, right? Public enemy number one. Their main focus is to get us off the streets, to get the word of Yahweh Shai off the highways and byways, right? They want to try to quell the spirit of the Lord, not knowing that you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth, man. Right? This is Isaiah 59 and verse 14, right? Because all of our teachings, to the spirit and probably how about Shemal Shai are about to be demonized, you know, and in connection to your social credit score, brother's scores is gonna be low, you know, right? So, we're gonna have to be able to maneuver, and the Lord is gonna make provision for His elect, man, right? But this is the world that we live in, so just reading on here, Isaiah 59 and 14. and judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth faileth. It's like for truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter. Right. So they don't want any truth in the land, man. This place is built on a foundation of lies. Right. They've made lies their refuge. So that's their protection is in the lies. So what happens when the truth is there? Right. They're unprotected. Right. Those strongholds get broken down. Those walls that they use to hide behind are are being torn down, and quickly, man, because that's the spirit of the Lord, you know. And like it says here in the NLT, so justice is driven back, and righteousness stands at a distance. Truth has stumbled in the streets. Honesty cannot enter, and that's what they want, right? They want righteousness far away, right? They want justice, far away. They want honesty completely done away with, man. They because they built a foundation of lies that this whole system is being built on, man. Um, verse 15, yea, the truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment, right? So you believers, right? You brothers and sisters out there, we're gonna be made enemies of this place, man. We already are, but it's gonna be made manifest in these times to come, you know. Now, I did want to get this ESG score, right? Just because he made mention of it. It reads, ESG scores are a measure of how well a company addresses risk and concerns related to environmental, social, and corporate governance issues in its day-to-day operations. And they're going to apply that to your personal life, man. You know? So what risk and concerns are you going to have environmentally, like the Edomite may mention, right? Your purchases, how much carbon your purchases cost, right? Your social, what you're speaking on, your opinions, your views, are they contrary to what they want the masses to believe, right? And like I said, corporate governance issues, so this is, how you go about your day to day, right? How you govern yourself, how you're living. If you're not living according to how they would deem fit or suitable, you're gonna have a lower score. You're gonna lose points, right? And which is gonna deny you access to certain things, right? And this all leads into having to take that implantable device, man. You know. Now going back, let's read this in the NLT, Isaiah 59 and 15. Truth is nowhere to be found, right? And this is the world that Esau, would love to have, right? And this is what he's pushing to establish. And whoever shuns evil becomes a prey, right? So we're being made a prey. We're the ops, right? According to Esau, Edom. The Lord looked and was displeased that there was no justice, right? And that's why he's going to come with such anger, right? Such vitriol, He's going to come as a roaring lion, you know. He's a long time held his peace as he's watching this place with no justice continue on, right? Um, that's pretty much the point on that. Yeah. Now let's go here. One of my favorites here. This is Second Thessalonians. I just want to get to the point. Chapter 2 and through verse 9. Let's start in 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right, and that's the spirit of his mouth being the prophets, man. Right, we're chanting down Babylon the Great, man. We're chanting down Mount Seir, right? As you read Ezekiel 35th chapter, right? And destroy with the brightness of his coming is when Yahweh Shai, makes his presence known, right, in the physical form. You know, he's gonna come as that destroying force. You know, It's going to be, like it says in the NLT, the splendor of his coming, man. Right? It's going to be a magnificent event, right? Even him who was after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Right now, reading this in the NLT, it's 2 Thessalonians 2:9. The coming of the lawlessness, the coming of the lawless one will be in accordance with how Satan works. He will use all sorts. Oh, this is the NIV, Salakia. Let me go to the NLT. Salakia. There we go. So, yeah. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 10 in the NLT. He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction, right? So every kind, Esau's bag of tricks is deep, you know. He's the the inward thought of everyone in the heart is deep, right? So they've meticulously, devised these schemes and these plans, man, right? These all these evil deceptions and this ESG score, right? This social credit score system, right? That they're copying from China, and I have no doubts that it's going to be even worse, right, when they implement it here, right? But they're copying the same thing, right? Which is a evil deception, right? To fool those, right? Because people are gonna assume this is a new convenience, man, right? The new way, the new technology, right? They've grown accustomed, to new technologies being implemented in the earth, right? So people are just gonna latch onto this as the next big trend, you know. And it says because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them, right? So all these people that are gonna be fooled, are ultimately going to find themselves in a worst case, because the truth was presented, right? The brothers are telling you these things that are coming to pass and what they're leading to, right? So that you're warned not to take the device, right? Not to take that MOTB, right? That implantable buy or sell device, right? But they refuse to love and accept the truth, right? So, like it says here in verse 11, so the Most High will cause them to be greatly deceived and they will believe these lies, man. And that's what we're seeing, right? People are going to believe the lies. The world is built on lies. They're comfortable accepting lies, right? To accept the truth, as scripture, not scripture, but as the phrase goes, the truth hurts, man, right? Because the truth forces you to change, and adjust, right? But if you accept lies, you can continue to live in that what's the word? Uh, in that deception, you can be comfortable, right, in your ignorance, right? Because they say ignorance is bliss, right? So what you don't know, like they say, what you don't know won't hurt you, but it's quite the opposite, man. Because what you don't know, it will hurt you, right? And that's why it's being made known, right? So there's no excuse, right? There's no cloak, for your sins at the end of the day, right? But that was the point, man. Just paralleling this ESG score, right? The social credit system that's about to come, to Babylon the Great, and just paralleling that to, prophecy, man, right? Understanding that this is just another step, right, in the implementation of the mark of the beast, you know. So I pray that lesson was edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. I want to close by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Hey, Kwame Asharala. We almost home. Shalom.